Hi and welcome to another video for Maths D Year 9. So today we're going to do another chapter for Maths D which is called function notation. So the first topic that you're going to do is evaluating and solving functions. So basically function, it works like as if you are going to do here. So when you have a function, you have actually an equation. So this one, when you input or when you try to fill in the domain into the fx here, this function, so basically you are just substituting the x with the value that you want. For example, here when a function fx equal to x minus 3, when you put f negative 2, for example, so 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 minus 3 will get you the output of negative 7. So here I will just put in, let's say, domain. I will call it also input. Okay, and for the range, I will call it the output. Right? So that's it. Okay, so here, when you have a function, okay, it maps, you can also call it mapping a value of x onto 2x minus 3, for example. So when you substitute it, you will have a corresponding value of fx, right? So here, let's use an example to further understand. So let's do this one. Example number 1, when you try to evaluate fx and you will solve equations involving function. Okay, now let's use the first one. Okay, for example, for a, given that fx is mapped onto 3 bracket x minus 2, you want to find the value of f6. So here, when you have a value of f6, you're basically putting x equals 6 into this equation. So let's do 3 and then 6 minus 2. So you'll have 3 times 6 minus 2 will be 4. So therefore your answer will be f6. Therefore, function of 6 will be 12. Right? The next one, find the value of x for which fx equals 6. So let's just put in fx equals 6. Now your fx, you know that your fx will be 3 bracket x minus 2, right? So you will do it like this. Okay. And it seems familiar here because here just basically you have to solve this equation, right? So let's start solving. You have to expand this. So 3 times x, 3x, minus 3 times 2, 6, equals 6. And then you have to solve this. Move this to the other side, will be plus 6. So 3x equals 6 plus 6 will be 12. Therefore, you have to divide by 3. So x will be equal, 12 divided by 3 will be 4. Right? So that's how you solve this one. Okay, next one will be find and simplify an expression for f x plus 4. So here you notice that x is replaced by x plus 4. So you know that your fx, okay, I will copy this one for C. Okay, your fx is 3 cut x minus 2. And when you try to put x becomes x plus 4, so here your x will be x plus 4, right? So here f x plus 4 will be equal to 3 bracket x plus 4, and then the remaining is minus 2. So there you have it. So you just proceed with the expression. So 3 bracket x plus 4 minus 2 will be plus 2. So there you have it. Fx plus 4 is 3 bracket x plus 2. Or you can expand it, or you can say it like this. It will be 3x plus 6. Doesn't matter, you choose what, as long as you find it and you simplify the expression. Okay, that's for the first example. Now let's move on to the next one. Next page will be example number 2, taken from paper 1, question number 17 from year 2004, the month November. Okay, A, given that fx equals 3x plus 5, find f3. So let's proceed. Okay, so f3 will be 3 times x is 3 plus 5. So 9 plus 5. So here therefore f 3 will be 9 plus 5 is 14. Right? So that's for part A. And part B, okay, you read the question first. The function g is defined by gx equals 2x minus 3 in one bracket, and then the bracket will be x plus k. Given that g0 equals negative 15, so when you put the input 0 into x, it should be equal to 15. So the first one is to find k, and the second part will be find x such that gx equals 0. Okay, let's start now. Okay, for part B, you know that your gx is 2x minus 3 x plus k, right? So x plus k here, just proceed to this one first, and you have to use the fact that g0 is negative 15. So you just put here g0. So you have to put in the 0 inside here. So when you do it, so basically you have 2 times 0 will be 0 minus 3, and then the second bracket will be 0 plus k, should be k. So here negative 3 times k will be negative 3k. And you know that here your function g0 itself means negative 15. So you replace it with negative 15 equal negative 3k. Now it seems solvable here. So you can find k. So therefore your k will be negative 15 divided by negative 3. So therefore your k should be equal 5. Alright. So from this one, you can replace already. Okay, I forgot to put part 1. Okay, part 1 will be here. Okay, now in part 2, you have to find k such that gx equals 0. So here, I will just put another column for here. So part 2. Okay, don't forget that your k is 5. So you replace k over here with 5. So you will have gx equals bracket 2x minus 3 and then x plus 5, right? So you proceed with this one. Okay, you proceed to the second part, which is gx is basically 0, and you know that your gx is a function of this, right? So you just replace gx with this one. Okay, so you will have 2x minus 3 bracket, second bracket will be x plus 5 equal 0. And you can see here, this seems familiar, right? This is just basically like quadratic equation. When you factorize them, you will have this kind of solution over here. And all you have to do is you have to do this, okay? 2x minus 3 equals 0, or x plus 5 equals 0. So you have to solve this one by one. So the first solution will be 2x minus 3 equals 0. You move negative 3 to the other side. So 2x equals 0 plus 3, which is 3. And finally, in this one, to find x, you have to divide 2x divided by 2, 3 over 2. So the first solution will be x equals 3 over 2, or you can make it as a mixed number. Or the second one will be this one, okay? X plus 5 equals 0, so you have to move plus 5 to the other side. So you will have x equals negative 5. So there we have it. You have two solutions over here, which is x equals 3 out of 2 or x equals negative 5. Right? Just a reminder that don't forget to put the value of k that you know just now, and you put it over here so that you can solve this part 2. Okay, so that's for example number 2. Alright, let's proceed to example number 3. Taken from paper 2, question number 5, June 1997. So it is given that fx equals 2x minus 7 and gx is x bracket x minus 6. Okay, so in the first part will be find the value of f negative 5. So basically you just have to put negative 5 replacing x in the function of fx. So here 2 times negative 5 minus 7. So you have negative 10 minus 7. Therefore, f negative 5 will be, is it negative 17? Yes, negative 17. That's the first part. And then the second part will be, find the values of x for which In part 1, you have to do gx equals 0. Now this one will be replaced by the function here. So you will have to replace gx with x bracket x minus 6. So just proceed. X bracket x minus 6 equal 0, right? So here you can here just put x minus 6 equals 0. So here you actually have the solution already here. So x is equal 0 or x minus 6 equals 0. So you have two solutions over here, which is therefore x equals 0, or you can have x equal 6. So that's your second part. Okay, the first part for part B. Okay, and next part will be fx equals gx. So here, just proceed to this one. I will just do another column for you. So part 2 will be fx equals gx. So basically you just have to replace fx with the function and gx with the function also. So here fx is 2x minus 7, right? So 2x minus 7 equal x bracket x minus 6. Okay, you will see that it will lead to somewhere. So just proceed with simplifying them. So when you try to expand this, 2x minus 7 equal x squared minus 6x. Now, when you see here, you have x squared minus 6x, and then on the right side is 2x minus 7. So here, let me just flip this, because they're basically the same. When you try to flip this one, it is also equal to this one. So here, this is kind of sort of like you have to make sure that you will have a quadratic equation. So you have to move 2x and negative 7 to the right side. So here, x squared minus 6x, and then 2x move to the other side of the equation will be negative 2x, and negative 7 move to the other side will be plus 7 equals 0. Now here, if you remember, you have to simplify this, and it will be familiar to you later. Right, so let's do it. X squared and then negative 6 minus 2 will be negative 8x plus 7 equal 0. Now this one is a quadratic equation, so you have to solve this by using the method that you can use to solve this. So here, x squared is you will have factor of xx, and 7 will be 7 times 1 because it's prime number, and negative negative. So this one, when you try to cross multiply it, negative 7x minus 1x will be negative 8x. So you have your factorized form already. You will solve this by factorization, right? So here you will have it, x minus 7 bracket x minus 1 equals 0. Therefore, your solution will be x equals 7 or x equal 1. Right? So basically, that's it for the example for this topic. I hope that it's quite simple. It's just that you have to recall all the methods that you have learned in the algebra in the first part of your lesson early this month. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much and see you again.